Go, 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 yeah! It sort of went. Can skunks eat you? Are they big enough to eat you? It's not very good, but it's as good as I'm gonna do it. I will climb over you to get away from a skunk. Hell, if it was perfect, I wouldn't be doing it. This is a 1995 Nissan Pathfinder WD21. We call it the trash finder. And today, we're gonna take care of the rubber around those windows, try to cut down on some of that wind noise. I found replacement window felts and replacement belt moldings. Gonna get all that stuff put on. I'll bring you guys along as I do it. Welcome to Project Time Garage. Well, a lot of you guys have asked me over and over, what happened to the trash finder? What'd you do with the trash finder? Are you gonna ever work on the Pathfinder again? Where's the Nissan? Hear that a lot, and don't worry, it's here, it's safe and sound. As a matter of fact, this guy has been in service pretty much ever since the last video. It's been a second car, and that's a good thing because everybody in my family seems to have had something in the shop over the past few months. So this thing's worked out pretty well. In fact, we've put about 5,000 miles on it, 5,000 trouble-free miles. That's saying something, especially for something we gave like 900 bucks for and drug out of a field with weeds growing up around it. So that's pretty good. If you guys remember, there's been a lot of episodes on it. I'll go ahead and stick a link up here to everything that we've done. I think I have a playlist. I'll stick that up there if you want to see it. Might catch you up some on what we've done. We put an interior in it, we put a timing belt on it, we stuck this fender on there and we painted it a shade of white that doesn't quite match, and we didn't put the antenna back, and that's all well, good and fine because it's the wrong fender anyway, but we don't care. It looks presentable and it gets the job done. One of the things that has annoyed me since day one is the whistling around the windows. All of the rubber around the windows has like shrunk and opened up gaps. So looking out there on eBay, and I found a seller who has replacement window felts, the whole rubber that goes all the way around the window. It claims to be for a Nissan Hardbody, but I believe the doors are the same. So we're gonna get into that today and we'll see if that is true or not. Also got that belt molding that goes along the bottom of the door there from the mirror back to the back post of the door. Got that too for both sides because those are kind of rusty and, well, they just look awful. So we'll take care of that. Oh, let me show you something else I found. Now, this is cool. Check that out. That is a genuine OEM Nissan sunroof cover. Pretty neat, actually. I had to go on eBay and find these little things here that hook them in. You'll see what those look like there. They just kind of go up there and do a half turn. Somebody has printed these on a 3D printer, but they have a design flaw. The plastic they used was the wrong temperature plastic. So with the sun hitting up there, these little things get gooey again, and those little ears on the side will just like relax and the whole thing will fall down. Heat them up, bend them back, and they work good in the cool. So I'm gonna have to find a better solution for that. I'd like to find a set of OE ones. That would be nice, but that works for now. Made a huge difference as far as the sun goes. I found that on eBay and I paid too much for it. I guarantee you I did, but that's just how it rolls. Anyway, enough of this. Let's go work. Well, this is the stuff. This would be that, I guess you call it belt line molding or whatever. Maybe that's what it is. It goes on the door there. This is the window weather stripping. There. This is a one-piece one. So it's a little bit different than the original, which is fine and dandy, because the original had I think it had a joint somewhere around here, and it went like that with heat and time. So let's get to the trash finder and get to work. If you've never had one of these door cards off of here, couldn't be much simpler. Unscrew the lock knob. This right here just pops off. Be gentle when you do it. I usually try to get the top first, followed by the bottom. Like that. This right here, it pries up from the top. Single plug. As for this, down in the center, you have a little cap. Just take a pick and pop the cap out. Cap looks like that. Single Phillips head screw right here in it. Pull that out. Screw. To get the door handle off, you push back, lift up. I replaced this right here. I found it on eBay. I bought 2 of them because my originals are torn all to pieces, and I'll be darned if it hadn't already started cracking here too. So I guess just over time they're all going to do it. But these were pristine when I put them in there. That sucks, but oh well. Got 3 screws right here. And the rest are those clips, you know, those push-in type clips. Basically the way I do that is I just move along until I find one with my tool, and then just pop it loose. Once you have all that done, just rock the card back, lift up, and it'll unhook, and you own it. I always have 1 or 2 of these things that don't want to come off with the door card for whatever reason, because it's an old used card and it's just how it is. We'll put those back on when the time comes. As you see, this is a pretty awesome tape job right here with pretty awful tape. I'm going to go ahead and take this speaker out too. It's just 4 Phillips head screws. I'll just pull it out and do that with it. We're going to have to pull the window out to do this, or we should pull the window out to do this. And to do that, there are 2 screws, one here and one back in there. Let me roll this window up some, and that'll help you see what I'm talking about. This one and this one. The window shouldn't fall down for you because it's actually sitting on a little ledge. Now, let's get the window out. I'm going to take the window and I'm just going to kind of turn it sideways like this and ease it out. Just like that. Let me go put it somewhere where it will certainly get broke. At this point, it's just a matter of yanking off all the old, crusty window molding or door weather stripping or whatever you call it. The bad junk. Yeah, that stuff was so brittle, it was just breaking. Look at that. It was time to get this belt molding off. The right way to do it is to go ahead and loosen the mirror. And to do that, you've got 3 screws here, here, here. I'm not going to take them all the way. I'm just going to loosen them. Not a lot of room for me and the camera in here, so bear with me. Actually, this screw here is already almost out. Look at that. Wow, actually they're all really almost out. Dang, my mirror's barely on this truck. Glad I'm doing this. Anyway, that creates a little bit of space right there. And we're just gonna have to work with it and try to pop it up. There it comes. I'm sure there's an easier way to do this, but it does not come up easy for sure. There we go, gone. Now, I'll put a few bends in this. I'll go ahead and take care of those real quick. I'll use these. These are door lip straightening pliers. Also a lot like lineman's pliers. All right, there's that. Now, I'm gonna go to this area right here and I'm going to give myself a little bit extra relief. Basically meaning I'm going to bend that channel open some more. Both sides. New belt molding. On your new belt molding, you'll see this thing right here. I don't even know what that's called, that little thing that hangs down. I think that goes on the outside of your vehicle, which means these right here are driver passenger specific. I'm just going to drop this in the door back here. Just looking to get it sort of in place. I'll drop this in the door in the front. Again, looking to get it sort of in place. And I know this is the corner, so I'm going to go ahead and start pushing this into the corner, working it in there. It should go in pretty easy. I just want to make sure that it's all the way in that corner nice and tight. I'm going to just do all I can to kind of force it in there, because I want to make sure that I have the proper length at the end of the day. All right, at this point it's just a matter of pushing it into the channel. Okay, so this whole thing, I'm a little bit too far forward. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to pull this down. I'm going to have to put this in here where it belongs exactly, and it's got to go behind this mirror too. So another good reason we pulled the mirror out. Probably going to go ahead and pull this mirror out, or pull it off the truck to be able to get behind it a little bit better, because I'm having trouble getting my rubber piece back there behind it. Unless that gives me enough. Maybe that'll give me enough. Yeah, that'll give me enough. That's good. Have to go out and look at the outside and make sure that it's all completely up on the lip there. This is all this wrinkling and stuff that we can easily work out here in a few minutes. Main thing is to get those corners right, because that's the thing right there that'll mess you up. You can't see quite so easily is what happens down inside the door. I'm not going to be able to show you very well either, I don't think. But there's a track back here, and this track gets this whole thing shoved into it, like so, all the way down. Same on the back. So not a good way of getting the camera in there. Suffice to say, it has to happen. For this belt line molding, that's what I'm going to keep calling it, even though that may not be what it truly is. It basically just hammers down on top of the door like this. Dude, I keep smelling a skunk. I think there's a skunk in the garage with me. If you guys never hear from me again, you'll know why. Because it got me. I smell a skunk really, really, really strong. Really strong. Really strong. Are you smelling a skunk out here? I don't think so. Where is he at? Can skunks eat you? Are they big enough to eat you? I don't know, man. I'll tell you this much. I live on a pretty rural piece of property, and I deal with all kinds of animals. Raccoons, possums, snakes, spiders, wasps, whatever. I don't care about none of that. But a skunk? Oh, I will climb over you to get away from a skunk. Boy, I smell it strong too. I do not like them, Sam I am. Okay, let me try to concentrate back on this thing again, but boy, I smell it strong. Crazy. So there's the belt molding, knocked back on there. Just use a rubber mallet, kind of tap it back down, get it done. All right, now what? We'll stick the window back on it, do a couple of test roll-ups. We'll make sure it's going to be good before we put it all back together. Same way we took it out. A little bit more difficult now. All that good rubber in there. Okay. Well, let's do a little testing. I'm sure it's going to roll up really, really bad. Oh yeah. Rough business right there. Rough. Well, that's the trim or the weather strip on it, and this belt line molding back on it. I had to do a little bit of, putting my fingers in here and just kind of pushing around on it, just to try to get everything seated just a little bit better. And it's pretty well worked out. Window's a little bit tight. Let me show you. Rolling it up. It goes up, but it's slow. So it'll get better over time. It just needs some sun cycles. Let's take it back together, show you guys the end result. It's amazing how a can of gas sitting somewhere near a fan will give you whiffs of what smells like skunk every once in a while. It was driving me crazy, so I was back over there kind of using my nose to sniff it out. Found it. That's what I came up with. Pretty sure that's it. Let's hope that's it. Well, the driver's side hit a little bit of a snag. This new channel is just really, really tight, especially right in here for some reason. I don't know why it is. I may not have got it in there exactly right, but particularly right here in this area, it is so tight that the window doesn't want to go up. And as a result, it has stripped out that regulator. Now I can help it up and I can finally get it going, but what I noticed is this. If the window starts to go up, it goes up a ways, but see what it's doing here? It's trying to rock forward, and it's because the channel down here is so like tight. It's just extremely, extremely tight on it. So I'm gonna have to work that out just a little bit, but more importantly, I'm gonna have to put a window regulator on this. Let me show you how you do that. It's probably the simplest window regulator I've done on anything before. So the first thing you want to do is get the window out, and that's pretty simple. Just roll it down. You'll see two 10mm right here. Pretty much everything on this door is a 10mm. So basically, run that one out, run that one out, and at this point you can just take the window and just turn it sideways and rock it right out of there. Just like that. Simple, simple, simple. This would be a great time to clean your windows. And sure, yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that while they're out. Yeah, for sure, absolutely. All right, and for the regulator, we just need to pull out a few bolts for it. This one doesn't come all the way out. We just loosen it up. These two come out. This one will loosen. These two down here, they will come out. Actually, I missed one. There's one right here that's got to come out behind this foam. There we go. So yeah, at this point, you can just kind of rock the whole mess out of here. So there's a plug down here that will unplug these. Looks like I'm not the first one that's been here. And the whole thing will come right out. No problem more. There, window regulator. This is the part here where all the stripping is going on. Let's go to our spare door. Donor door. Oh wait, we have to roll the window down in order to unhook the window for the regulator. How are we going to do that? This is how we're going to do that. Watch this. This is the plug that goes to the window. The beauty of these kinds of plugs are the window goes up and down based on reversing the positive and negative wires on the polarity of it. So what I can do is I can hook one of these up to positive, one of these up to negative. I'm going to put a couple of screws back in it because I got a little premature here. All right, now let's try to roll the window down. Now that that's done, we're finished with the battery and we can go ahead and pull these screws the rest of the way out for the regulator. All right, to the bench. Well, let's roll it up and down and see what we have as far as workability. I'm going to do black to black for now, and we'll momentarily just tap the red. Now that's up. Let's reverse them, roll it down. Yep. Roll it back up. Yep. Now, let's put a little bit of oil on this thing, and you know, maybe a little grease on this track, give it the best chance that it can to work. I also think there's a plug right here, and in my mind, that is a plug to grease it or oil it. It's probably not, but in my mind, that's exactly what it is. So what we'll do is take a little bit of motor oil. I'm just going to put maybe a couple of drops in there if it ever starts to come out. There we go. There, something like that. That's plenty. And then I'm just going to take some grease and I'm just going to put it on this track. Not a ton, just enough to kind of get it slippery again. And this is probably not the right kind of grease, it's wheel bearing grease. All right. I'm going to call that perfect enough. Let's get it back over to the truck and get it put back in and make sure that it will actually lift the window. Well, let's get this put back in here and see if we've improved things at all. Probably not. Let's see. I am backwards. Not how it goes in. It goes out like this. Like this. Like this. Like something. Okay, figured it out. I'll hang the regulator first. I'm trying to get it stabilized a little bit here. I'm gonna have to clean this window seriously. It is gross. So much grease and oil on it. Here's what I'm talking about with this window being kind of slow. It goes down good. And it goes up good until it gets to a certain point right there. And then it has trouble. It's this area right here. It's just too tight. Maybe it'll loosen up, maybe it won't. Maybe I'll fix it, maybe I won't. We'll see. But anyway, the thing is together. It's not very good, but it's as good as I'm gonna do it. Let me stick this door back together. We'll have a final walkthrough. Well, check out our final result here. It came out way better than I thought it would. All of these bumps and wrinkles went away after it sat out in the sun for a little while. This is our belt line molding. You can see there's a little crack right there, but it's not a big deal. Hell, if it was perfect, I wouldn't be doing it, right? On the inside, got a little bit of a bump right there. I'm not sure what that is. There's a kind of a lumpy section right there. I don't really know. But anyway, yeah, it looks good. Everything came out pretty nicely. I guess the only thing left to do is take this thing down the road and let's see if it's any quieter. Because if you remember, it originally had a crack. Had a crack right here where there was a factory joint, and over time that had separated. And you could basically just see daylight out it. And it was extremely noisy and it dripped when it was raining hard. We'll take a quick spin. Let's see what it sounds like. Okay, let's see how this does. Starts good. Let's turn the air conditioner down just a little bit so we can hear. Fan makes a lot of noise. No more wind noise at all. It's completely quiet. All I can hear is the purr of the massive power plant under the hood. Tell you what, this little car has been great. This little truck, is it a car or a truck, or it's based on a truck, right? So it makes it a truck. I don't want to say sport utility vehicle, it's too much to say. This has been an awesome little sport utility vehicle. So yeah, we put just over 5,000 miles on this thing. In fact, I've got to get the thing back home now because my daughter's got to use it to go to work tonight because her Hummer's in the shop. Transmission, well, transmission or transfer case, pretty sure it's transfer case, is out. Left her stranded on the side of the road the other day, so we had to go grab her and pull it home with a tow rope. That was entertaining. So yeah, she's been driving this thing for about a week or so while hers is in the shop. And of course she wrecked it before, so she was driving it all throughout that time too. So that's why you guys haven't seen a whole lot of content on this little guy. But rest assured, there's a whole lot more coming for sure. I've got quite a bit more I want to do to it. Big thing is fix that crazy tack. Thing has a mind of its own. You hit the right bump and it goes all over the place. Go, 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 yeah! Go, 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 yeah! It didn't really go that well, but it sort of went. It's pretty gutless, really. How you doing? Thank you. Somebody's flashing their lights at me. Guess that means there's friendly traffic advisor up here somewhere. I have expired tags. Oh crap, I have expired tags. That's great. They expired just a few days ago. Guess I gotta go get that taken care of. Oh, I see what's going on. They're mowing the sides of the road here, evidently. And that's the get out of the way, we're mowing vehicle. Excellent. This should slow me down. Anyway, that's another project down on the little trash finder here. Like I said, we have plenty more to come on this thing. There's a lot I want to do to it, like fix the tack and do some paint correction and maybe paint some of it, just, you know, beautification stuff. But for now, that's going to do it. Guys, listen, I really appreciate you watching. If you liked the video, I appreciate you giving me a thumbs up down there. And as usual, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And I'll see you next time.